My wife whispered, his presence irritates me. I wish he'd disappear forever. I was standing in the hallway, still in my work boots, hearing every word. 3 weeks later, she came home to an empty life and a locked door, and the only thing waiting for her was a suitcase full of consequences. We'd been married for 5 years. I worked construction, long shifts, raw hands. I paid the mortgage, fixed the leak, kept the lights on. When she wanted a better neighborhood, I took overtime. When she wanted expensive perfume, she said it was on sale, and I didn't ask questions. I thought love was supposed to look like showing up. That night I came home early because the job wrapped fast. I put my hand on the knob. I heard her laugh through the door crack. It was bright. It wasn't for me. Then she said it again, softer, like a secret gift. Honestly, he's so small compared to you. I wish he'd just disappear. A man's name slipped out, the kind of name that wears cologne and never sweats. I walked in like nothing happened. I hung my jacket. I sat in my chair. She looked up and smiled like a cashier. You're home early. I nodded. Job ended. She sipped wine and scrolled her phone. I stared at the clock and felt something go cold. I didn't confront her. I didn't yell. I watched her for 3 days instead. I watched the way she kissed my cheek without looking at me. I watched the way she hid her screen when a text popped up. I watched her complain about feeling stuck while wearing the necklace I bought with weekend work. On the third night, she set down her fork and said, I need a break. A solo trip, 3 weeks, to find myself. She waited for me to argue. I just said, okay. She packed like a kid before summer camp. New dresses, new luggage, a little hum in her throat. I carried everything to the trunk like I always did. At the airport, she adjusted her sunglasses and said, don't wait up. I'll be busy finding myself. I didn't beg. I didn't ask where. I just said, take care. Then I watched her disappear into security like she'd been practicing. The second her plane lifted off, I stopped being her husband. I drove straight to a realtor and signed the listing. I went to a lawyer and started the divorce. I sold the shiny sedan I bought her because she deserved it. I remembered how she squealed, how she kissed me like I'd finally earned a gold star. I kept my beat-up truck. It still smelled like honest work and sawdust. The house sold fast. Cash buyer. Quick close. I didn't wander through rooms crying. I boxed my tools and my clothes. Then I packed hers with the same calm hands that used to build her comfort. Dresses into suitcases. Heels into boxes. Perfume wrapped tight. Every little, my favorite item sealed shut. I left one suitcase open on the bed. I laid the divorce papers inside. On top, I placed one note. You wanted me gone. Now you have your wish. I zipped it. I changed the locks. I handed over the keys. I moved into a small apartment across town and turned my phone to silence. Her return was the only part I didn't have to witness, but I can picture it perfectly. The cab stops at the curb. Her suitcase wheels click on the sidewalk. She climbs the porch, steps, fast, annoyed. Then she slides the key into the lock. Next, the key won't turn, so she twists harder, breath sharp. Again, metal scrapes, and nothing gives. Then she pounds the door. Once, twice. A child laughs inside, like a warning. Finally, the door opens. Not to me. A stranger stands there, holding a baby. Can I help you? The woman asks. My wife blinks like the world is glitching. This is my house, she says, voice cracking. The woman shakes her head. We bought it. We closed 3 days ago. My wife looks past her and sees different curtains, different photos. A life already moved in. She calls my phone. It goes nowhere. She calls again. Nowhere. She calls her parents. This time someone answers, and the tone is careful. Come here, her mom says. We'll show you what he left. At her parents' place, her luggage is stacked in a neat row. Labels in my handwriting. The guest room looks like a shipping department. She drops to her knees and rips open the top suitcase. Papers, stamps, my signature, and that note, sitting there like a mirror. That's when she finally makes a sound. Not a laugh, not a cute little giggle. A real, ugly scream. I wasn't there to hear it. That was the point. She spent years treating me like background noise, like a tool she could set down. So I gave her exactly what she asked for. I disappeared. And I left her alone with the echo of her own words.